Hey everyone, it's Elisa with AK Educational Consulting, and I am back today to introduce our May Social Emotional Learning theme of the month. So, during this entire next month, we are going to be talking about resilience and perseverance, and these are big ones. So, let's dive right into this introduction and talk about what these words really mean. So remember, I'm always going to give you definitions that are more on the kid-friendly side, so you can use them with your own children or your students at school. So let's start with perseverance. What is perseverance really? So it is the ability to keep doing something despite obstacles or roadblocks or challenges or all those difficulties that we face. It's what keeps us going when we want to quit. It's the we've got to keep going, we've got to keep going, we've got to keep going mentality that we have. Like we're almost there, let's just keep it going. It's goal oriented, meaning that usually we persevere because we are trying to accomplish something. And we build perseverance individually. It's something that, for those of us who are competitive with ourselves, I know nothing about that. You will probably understand this. It's built individually. It's built in our own heads, us um, challenging ourselves and keeping ourselves going because we don't want to give up. We are being competitive with ourselves or with the person on the treadmill next to us at the gym that has no idea that we are competing with them, right? Maybe you can relate to that. So perseverance is what keeps us going when we want to quit. We build it on our own, not with other people. We sort of have it or we don't. On the flip side, resilience is not the same thing. They are very similar, but they're not exactly the same thing. Resilience is not that go, go, go mentality, but the ability to bounce back when we run into those obstacles or those roadblocks. Resilience is built by recognizing that we have limits, that we've hit our limit, and that we need to stop. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to ask for help. Okay, so when we're building resilience, we're doing that through connecting and collaborating with other people. So going back to my, example of being at the gym on the treadmill, when we're talking perseverance, we're we're talking, okay, we're almost to mile 5. We can just keep going. I only have half a mile left, or I only have about 3 or 4 minutes remaining in this run. I can make it. It's only a couple of minutes. It's only half a mile. Resilience is saying, "Oh my gosh, this is really hard and we're running into all these challenges, and I think right now what I need in order to be able to bounce back from this is to recognize that my body needs a break. That I've hit my limit and I need to stop. I need to take care of myself." And maybe that means asking for help from somebody. The ability to bounce back, that's resilience. Why are these important? Well, think of it this way. Perseverance is what keeps us going when things get tough. Resilience is what gets us back up after we've fallen because things got tough. It's the difference between surviving, that's perseverance, and thriving, that's resilience. So, right now, here's a little personal tidbit. I've been struggling with back problems for a couple of years, and every once in a while, I tweak it or I throw it out. And the last couple of weeks have been really hard because I threw it out. I haven't had much range of motion or ability to move. I've been doing all the things to get it better, all the things that I know will help over time. I've been frustrated because it's taking longer than I want it to. And early this week, I finally got back to the gym and I felt really good. And I've kept doing the things that I was doing to make it feel better. And today I've sort of hit that point where I'm working out again and it's not feeling that great today. Yesterday was better. The day before that was better. And so, even though in my mind, I think, well, tomorrow is Thursday, and that means I do X, Y, and Z at the gym, I'm trying to reframe the thoughts going through my head and convince myself that, you know what? I think I need to take a day to let my body heal more. And maybe I don't really do much tomorrow. And that's really hard for me. That's really hard for those of us who are very competitive people. Building resilience is difficult for anyone, but it's really difficult for people who have certain mentalities. It's really difficult for kids. But it's the difference between, okay, well, I'm just hanging on by a thread and surviving my life. And man, I'm really thriving and doing well and enjoying life. So, what are some real life applications or the why? Kids always want to know why. How are we going to use this in the future? Why is it important? So, when we think about all of the skills that really take resilience and require resilience, here's a list, and this is in no way a comprehensive list. These are just some things that we really need to build resilience in order to be able to do well and thrive at setting and achieving goals, because we're going to run into obstacles, and that can stop us dead in our tracks. And we can say, okay, forget it. I'm never going to reach this goal. I'm done. Or we can say, all right, you know what? We've hit a roadblock. Let's think about what we need to do differently and attack this again. Adaptability, flexibility when we face those big life changes, schoolwork, sports, athletics, right? We are going to run into problems with those things. Just coping with everyday disappointments and challenges. Resilience plays into our attitude. Are we going to have a positive or a negative attitude? Are we going to give up or keep going? Asking for help when needed. This is such a tricky one. But in order to truly build resilience, we need to be able to ask for help and be okay with that. Solving problems, emotional regulation. Again, we can fall apart when we hit some sort of roadblock, and that can be the end of things because we don't know how to bounce back. And we can feel totally overwhelmed and stressed out, or maybe even angry. Or we can know how to regulate our emotions and remind ourselves, all right, this is just a little blip on the radar, and we're going to get past it. Learning from our mistakes, becoming a lifelong learner and understanding that it's not always going to be easy. Risk taking, building self confidence. These are all major skills that we want our kids to have, and they all require some element of perseverance and or resilience. So I'm excited to dive into this theme this month. These are big skills that we're going to be talking about, but I have a lot of great strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you. So I really hope that you will join me all month long here on YouTube, on my blog over at akeducationalconsulting.com, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, all the places that I am, so you can take full advantage of the strategies, the resources, the tips that I'm going to share. I hope that you all have a great day, and I'm really looking forward to this month of May.